Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Choose a stack. You came here for this very reason, because your intuition brought you here to choose a stack of cards to understand what your message is today. Trust your intuition. Take a deep breath. Go with the very first thought that comes into your mind. Are you going to choose the first deck with my beautiful warrior priestess Vesta from my Tarot Legacies Urban Fantasy series? Or are you going to choose this amazing fossil, which is millions of years old and represents perpetual growth? Or are you going to go for power with this amazing obelisk, which generates just fantastic power? I wish you could feel it. But choose. Is it Vesta? Is it the fossil of growth? Or is it the power that we have here with the granite quartz obelisk? Choose, and let's begin your reading for the message that you need to hear today. Plus, not only are we doing tarot, but as you know, I will tell you what you're probably dreaming about right now, because the two go hand in hand. Tarot and dream interpretation both work with your subconscious energy. And so it's very important to understand what the tarot is saying to you, but also how to work with those dream symbols that are coming to you. So let's begin with the first deck. Vesta, we will move her over to the side here. And let's take a look. If you chose stack one, this is your overview energy, the first card that's coming up. And what I mean by that is this is your energy from a very broad place right now. Think of it as the balcony view. It could be something that is wide rather than deep, or it could be deep. But this is something that allows you to look at your energy right now and say, yeah, this is how I'm feeling. It's your overview. You know, and the very first card for your overview is adjustment. You know, in other decks, like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, they call this justice. So it means balance. It means that there is a feeling of balance in your life right now, or it could mean that you are in the place of bringing balance into your life right now. So that's what this adjustment card is saying. So let's pay attention to what is coming up next, which will be your challenge. And again, this energy can be something that's very big, that you resonate with immediately, that you understand, or it could be something small. And if it's something small, quite often it's something that's been nagging at you, some little something that it's amazing that the smallest things can just cling to us like a mosquito. I mean, they're tiny, but boy, if one is in a room, you certainly know it, right? Well, that's the kind of energy that could be your challenge, or it could be something very big that you immediately recognize as, yes, I know what this is, and I know that I need to deal with it. Let's take a look at what this card is. So, it's the Five of Cups. In the Thoth deck, they call it disappointment. So putting this with the adjustment card, what this is saying is that you are currently in the position of adjusting something in your life, trying to adjust and bring about a balance in your life right now. But it's being really complicated because of some disappointment that you're dealing with. There's disappointment in the way that things are not balancing out. This is what you need to deal with right now. And the third card that we are going to look at is called your course of action called for. This is the energy that you need to manifest in order to deal with the challenge energy and create this wonderful sense of justice, balance that you want to increase in your life. Let's take a look at what your course of action called for is. Well, I love this. It's the Ace of Swords. Isn't this a beautiful card? You know, it's Excalibur, right? It always reminds me of Excalibur from the King Arthur stories. And this is all about the beginning of clarity. It's talking about gaining clarity. This is what you need to be doing right now, is to combat this disappointment that you're feeling about not being completely in balance, you need to bring in clarity into your life. And there are many ways to do that. And you will know the best way. Intuitively, you will know the best way. But this is exactly where you are right now. That you are in the position of getting things balanced in your life, but that they're not quite there yet. And something is really snagging you. It's really hindering this balance that you're going for. Therefore, there's clarity that needs to come into your life. How do you do that? Think about the challenge. What is it that's challenging you? How can you address that to gain more clarity? Is it through understanding the situation better? Is it through talking to someone to get to a place of clarity? So is it that external exchange that you would have with someone? Is that what you need to do? Or is it completely internal? It could very well just be you needing to set your mind on the right course of what it is that you're needing to do to gain this clarity. But that's exactly what you need to do here. So here you are, looking for this balance, achieving some balance, by the way. There is balance here, but it's not exactly what you were hoping for. Therefore, that's where this disappointment is coming in, because it's not quite the perfect scenario you want, and you really are striving to get that. So what do you need to do? It's clarity. It's very obvious that this needs to have some clarity brought into the situation. And once you have that, you're going to understand exactly what you need to do to again, put yourself in that beautiful, balanced place where everything feels like it is stable and steady. The clarity is going to change everything for you, I promise. Now, for your dreams, I would think right now that you are dreaming about being on a road, and that the road is not quite, you're not on a straight highway path. If you are, then you are probably going through different elevations or something that feels challenging, scary. It could also be a winding road, something that is encountering bumps along the way. And my guess is you would be seeing a destination ahead, but there's some sort of obstacle, big or small, that's in the way. So this is probably what you're dreaming about right now. And so symbolically, it is your subconscious mind saying that you need to clear away those obstacles to get the clarity that you need. So think about your dreams. Try to remember what you were dreaming the moment you wake up. Just try and begin either making a list with a pen and paper, the old school way, or do like I do and grab your phone and begin talking into the voice memo and just start saying the objects and what you were doing in your dream, because they fade really quickly. Those images fade because we become very conscious and begin our day. So driving a car, being on a road, that's what I would expect that you're dreaming about right now. So let's get that path cleared up for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second stack of cards with this beautiful fossil. Let's see what is going on for you if you chose this beautiful pile. Let's know that the very first card I'm going to show you is the overview. This is your energy from a broad perspective right now. It's the energy you're resonating with. So let's take a look and see what's going on. You have the Queen of Discs. The Queen of Discs is a remarkable person. It could absolutely represent you. It could represent someone in your life. It could also represent an energy that is present or that needs to be addressed in your life, right? So Queen of Discs is all about having come through a wasteland. You can take a look at this card and see that she has this wasteland that's out here, and she's finally up on this fabulous mountain that's green, that has all of this fertility and abundance around her. But she's looking out over this wasteland and recognizes that she's come through a lot. And, her scepter here, of course, represents wisdom, and that's also, and power, and that's also what we're getting here with the amazing antlers that is on her helmet. So, Queen of Disc, this is saying that right now you are in a place where you feel like you've come through a big challenge, a big trial, right? That you've overcome something that needed to be overcome, and that you're in a place where you can look out over it or look back over your shoulder and think, I've really come a long way, and you recognize that. So this is awesome for you. I'm really happy that you're having this energy today, that this is how you're feeling today. But of course, there's always a challenge for us. No matter what's going on, we always have some challenge energy, and that's what the second card is. So we're going to take a look at it to see what you need to be addressing right now. Interesting, it's the Prince of Discs. Okay, so we have the Queen of Discs, and next to her, we have the Prince of Discs. So what he represents is structure. Prince of Discs is the architect of his life. And what I mean by that is that this is someone who makes lists, who will challenge themselves to accomplish things and accomplishes it. This is your challenge card. So while you have accomplished all of these things here that the Queen of Discs is showing, and of course discs represents material things, property, money, those sorts of assets, very much in the physical world, right? So it's saying that you have accomplished things here, but it's also saying that you need to accomplish more, that this is your challenge to accomplish more by structuring your life more. This card to me always represents list making, taking an objective view of where you are right now and understanding what you need to do from this point going forward to achieve goals that you have in mind. That's what the Prince of Discs is all about. He is certainly knowing that he has things to accomplish, and believe me, he's going to accomplish it. And of course, if you're a woman watching this, this is gender neutral energy, but this is what it's representing. And of course, in court cards, it can represent a person in your life who is putting this challenge into your life of saying you need to be more structured. It could be yourself saying this, or it could just be the energy that you are feeling that you need to bring more structure into your life, right? Okay, so how do you do that? That's the course of action called for card right here. And let's take a look. It's the Two of Wands. It's called Dominion in the Thoth deck. This is all about taking charge. So this is the perfect card to show up here. And the message that we see is quite clear, because while you have accomplished a lot, and we see that through the Queen of Discs, there is more for you to do, and it's requiring you to get very organized, to really see where you are and what you need to do next, because there is some challenge energy based around this. And being discs, this means it could relate to your job. This means that it could relate to your finances. Absolutely, this could be financial related. And how do you do that? Well, look at this. It's the Two of Wands Dominion. And this is all about taking charge. So if you have been letting something just coast in your life, if you're looking back like the Queen of Discs here and saying, oh yes, I've accomplished quite a bit, isn't that wonderful, I can take a break? I'm here to tell you right now, no, you cannot take a break. Actually, you need to get even more structured in how you're approaching whatever this is, and you need to take charge of it. The Two of Wands is all about taking charge, and that's what you absolutely have to do. Dream-wise, I would think you would be driving. You're dreaming about driving right now. It could be about driving your own car, which cars in our dreams symbolize our bodies, our physical bodies. And this could certainly represent you feeling like you've accomplished something maybe in your life, physically, like hitting a goal that you were going for, to lose weight, to eat better, to exercise more, whatever it is. But your challenge is that you need to do more of that, right? So it could be that you're dreaming about cars, again representing your physical body, or you could be dreaming about flying an airplane or being the captain of a boat, some sort of large vehicle or vessel that you are maneuvering and that you have taken charge of. But that maybe it's choppy water, or maybe you're having turbulence if you're flying the plane, or if you're in the airplane and you're experiencing some turbulence, or there's a delay or something. This is the energy that I bet you're dreaming about right now, because clearly our subconscious is tuned into the tarot. That's the energy that we're working with when we read tarot cards. And absolutely, your subconscious is in play when you are dreaming. So that's why I integrate these two in my readings, because they are one and the same. And understanding the energy of what the tarot message is and then what your dreaming mind is telling you will help you deal with whatever challenge you have and move through that energy. So I hope that you are able to do that. I hope you pay attention and are able to do that. It will make a huge difference in your life. Now let's take a look at pile 3 with this beautiful obelisk. And the first card we're going to look at is the overview card. This is energy that is present within you right now. This is what you're resonating right now. And let's take a look to see what it is. Whoa, it's the Emperor. Okay, so Emperor energy is all about leadership. This is you being in a leadership position right now. But I want to clarify what I mean by that. Sometimes the Emperor is not, it's not a position that he wants to be in, but he accepts the responsibility of being a leader. He recognizes that he is in that position, and whether he actually wants to be in it or not, he knows that he has to be at that moment. And so I'm putting this out there now because that could be where you are, that you're having to take control of a situation right now. Or it could be that you are indeed happily in control of something. You know what it is. And this is the energy that is your overview right now that you're resonating with. So the next card that we're going to look at is your challenge energy. This will be the what is with you that you need to pay attention to right now. And it could be something that is large, that immediately you know what the challenge is in your life today, or it could be something small. It could be one of those small little nagging things that has been with you, maybe since childhood. That is frequently the case, and that's why I mention it, because you never have gotten rid of just something small that has nevertheless lingered in not a good way with you, right? So whether it's big or small, let's take a look at your challenge energy to see what's going on. So it's the art card. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the more traditional deck, they call this temperance. What the art card represents is the joining of two opposing forces to create a third, a dynamic new third. And this is your challenge energy right now. This is very much a spiritual alchemy card. I love this card because you have these wonderful little creatures here, the red and the white, there with the beautiful golden cauldron, and the alchemist, who is both male and female, putting together, bringing together these energies to create something brand new, a third entity, a third something, right? Do you know what this is? Again, this is saying, let's recap with the Emperor. This is, you're in a leadership position right now, whether you want it or not. And you are in the position of having to bring two opposing forces together. Are they people in your life that are coming to that need to come together but just aren't? This could absolutely be something that's happening, that you are the intermediary, that you're needing to bring two somethings together, people or something else. It could also be within yourself. You know, this card, this art card, can also mean that you're needing to bring together two aspects of yourself, then with this spiritual alchemy energy, to create a brand new third. And what I am saying by this is that there could be this tug of war going on within yourself that is not you have found no resolution to, that has not given you a peace of mind, that there are things that just really are not adding up within you. This is saying your challenge is to create, to find that synthesis, to allow this amazing alchemy to happen in your life. Now, third card is your course of action called for. This is what is going to tell you exactly how to do that. Okay, I'm not surprised to see this. It's the Five of Swords. It's called defeat. And so this is saying that your course of action called for is to turn loose of the feeling of defeat, the energy that you cannot do this. That's what this is saying. This card is all about being in the position where you feel like you absolutely cannot move through to a successful alignment, creation of something brand new from these opposing forces. And this card is saying, yes, you can. And that the way to do that is to change your mindset. And that's what we do when we have to, when we really have to move that energy, is to change our mindset. And I know that sounds simple. I know that it sounds very simplistic, but it's actually quite magical. I mean, it's natural magic. It's not the bending of nature. It is actually the magic that's inherent within each of us. And that is to take a very negative thought and turn it into something very positive, so that you can give birth to this beautiful third entity that will change your life. Whether you know it or not, it's going to change your life. And intuitively, I feel like you know it's going to change your life. So just to recap, here you are. You have this leadership energy happening within you, that you are a controlling factor in something. And you, by the way, the Emperor is all about being responsible. You know, the basement energy of the Emperor is taking advantage of power. But, you know, if you're in the balcony view, if you're in a very good place with Emperor energy, it just means being responsible for the decisions that you make so that they are unbiased, right? And then your challenge energy, the art energy of spiritual alchemy, of bringing the opposing forces you're feeling within yourself or that you're having to deal with, creating a dynamic third. And how do you do that? You do it by simply changing, again, another spiritual alchemy secret, changing your thought process. Taking it from, oh, this is never going to work, this did not work, it's over, it's done. Change that into, no, I know there's a solution. And see what happens when you just reverse, shift that energy. Like I said, it's magical. From a dream perspective, right now, I would expect you're dreaming about giving birth, but that it's a difficult birth, or that you're still pregnant and unsure, feeling like there's something not right with the pregnancy. Of course, in our dreams, pregnancy is representative of new ideas being born. That's why men are frequently pregnant in their dreams, because it's all about new ideas coming to us and being born. And according to these cards, subconsciously, the symbols that I would expect you would be seeing right now are all about a difficult pregnancy, a difficult birth. If you follow what I've just outlined for you, those dreams will go away. That will shift into something else, because your subconscious mind is desperately wanting you to find a resolution here, to create this beautiful third that is wanting to be born. And once you have resolved this feeling of defeat, that dream will disappear, and you'll probably have a very happy, healthy birth that you're very excited about. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You can also sign up for my newsletter at victoriabellou.com, and I am always sending out information about dreams and tarot. You can also subscribe to my magazine, astrologicmagazine.com, where there's so much information about tarot, dreams, as well as other metaphysical things like astrology, past life regression, sound healing. It really is an amazing magazine where you can enter this metaphysical realm of not only things that you know, but hopefully discover things that you don't know about. Thank you so much for joining me.